Well, speaking of flooding, we have our chief meteorologist, Basil Dean, joining us a bit early in the newscast. Basil, it seems the Atlantic hurricane season is off to a pretty strong start that actually began this weekend. Is this atypical for this time of year?
Well, in terms of the rain, this is typical because this is the rainy season, which generally begins mid to late May, and we got off to a record-breaking rainy season. And with more rain expected in the forecast, these flooding conditions will continue to be with us. And the absence of any natural runoff and absorption processes, which comes about as a result of deforestation to accommodate construction of homes and residential and commercial space. So we have to somehow strike a balance between this deforestation business, and in the absence of proper drainage system, flooding will continue to be a problem with us for yet some time.
Now, all this brings to mind what the Atlantic hurricane season is expected to churn out. Another above active season, we're told.
The season is expected to be very busy. We're looking at about 19 named storms. Out of that 19, 9 of those are expected to reach hurricane intensity, and out of those 9 hurricanes, 4 of those could be major hurricanes. That's with winds in excess of 130 miles per hour. So a very busy season expected. And when you look at the history over the last 10 years, the Bahamas has experienced the impact from hurricanes 7 of those 10 years. So things are starting to pick up in terms of frequency of these hurricanes. So preparedness is certainly the key, and we should begin the process to prepare. Tomorrow's the beginning of the hurricane season, and we should have already done some of that preparatory work. And if you haven't, it is advised that you start to do it right away.
Basil, all that bringing to mind another question for you, a frightening one for people living in the hurricane belt, and that's that NOAA is considering, I don't know if that's still the case, but they're considering actually starting the season earlier than June 1st. And I'm guessing that's due to all the activity that is happening earlier in the system.
Absolutely. The frequency of these pre-hurricane season storms will certainly play a factor in that. There has been discussions going on, but no final decision has been made as yet.
Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store is not just your leading uniform store. Carey's has a huge selection of beautiful beaded laces and embellished fabrics perfect for weddings, proms, and evening dresses. Also find stretch lamores, stretch taffetas, scubas, neoprenes, upholstery fabrics, men's suiting material, and a whole lot more. Find evening bags, gloves, and rhinestone jewelry. That's Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store on Mackey Street, a designer's paradise.